This is nice.
I'm in the latter camp.
You know, I've been having the windows open. I've been enjoying the cooler temperatures as well.
Yeah.
So those days in the 70s, you know, we've rebounded back into the mid 80s. I'm sure you were feeling more of that warmth yesterday.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of continue on that trend, but I wanted to give you a look at our flood warnings, which again, that's really been our main concern since Milton rolled through. We still have several of our rivers under flood warnings because of these high water levels. And Matt, we were talking about the Withlacoochee yesterday because you were there several days ago at this point, but we're still really keeping close tabs on both of those main areas because we're currently at about 19.5 feet at 31 Trilby and nearly 10 feet there right around State Road 200. We look at our flood stages and both of those at this point several feet above flood stage, and expecting these to continue to rise a little bit more. So rising to 10 feet here this week at the State Road 200 location. And then even though we saw this other part of the river crest on Friday at 19.7 feet, look at where we're at now. We've barely seen those waters go back down even after cresting a day and a half ago. And so that's been the concern, is that these rivers are really taking their time to drain back out. So at least we haven't had any additional rain here around the area. And even as we look through Thursday, not much in the way of rain. We're really not talking anything significant. But for today, I think we are going to have a couple more clouds, and a few of those will be able to squeeze out some showers. Very isolated, mostly to the east of us, but I think there will be a couple of spots that maybe pick up on a sprinkle here or there through the day today. And you can kind of see a little bit more in the way of that along the east coast here. We have these breezes coming in out of the northeast. So more moisture over the Atlantic is forming these showers, and as they move inland, they are overall kind of fizzling out a little bit. But with the cooler, the cloudier conditions, I think we will see a couple of those make their way a little bit more inland. So as we check on winds right now around the area, we're in this range 10 to 15 miles per hour for most of the area. Some gusts up to 25 then off across the east coast. And so that's kind of the range where our winds will be for most of the day today. Temperature-wise, at 67 for Tampa, Sarasota, Lakeland, Frostproof, Sebring, you're all at 68 right now. Brooksville 62, St. Pete 70 right now. And so through the next couple of hours, we're going to break out of the 60s for the areas that are in there. We will have passing clouds through the day, but a good deal of kind of sunshine, blue sky peeking out in between. And notice those winds. Those are going to stay above 10 miles per hour right on into the afternoon. By 2 o'clock, right around 82 in Tampa. And then we're going to top out, I think, right around the mid 80s for a lot of the area. But notice the clouds. Those are kind of going to stay with us a bit more today. We did see quite a few of those yesterday, but today, here's some of those showers that our models are picking up on. So notice those are well to the east of the area, but then as we head into the afternoon, some of those winds maybe try and carry them into parts of Polk, DeSoto, Highlands County, maybe up near the Nature Coast. A couple more clouds for those areas as these numbers are showing our expected winds through the day today. And so you can see those are up in that 20, 25 mile per hour range. And we have a new hurricane in the Atlantic Basin, Hurricane Oscar. I'm going to talk more about that coming up in my next forecast in the next half hour. But boy, has that storm sure spun up quickly in the last day. Here's a check on temperatures today around the area. About 84 for Tampa, as well as Clearwater, right around 80 degrees. Crystal River, mid 80s to about 85 as we head further south, Northport, Arcadia areas. Temperatures tonight are going to be on the cool side again, with many spots in the mid and upper 60s, maybe right around 70 degrees closer to St. Pete, and our coastal spots with temperatures tomorrow very similar, mid 80s again, and not much in the way of significant rain right on through this upcoming week as we check out your extended 7-day forecast. Matt?
All right, Val, thanks. Still to come here on Good Day, check your freezers. A common breakfast item is under a major recall, and it is sold at supermarkets everywhere. We'll tell you which item that is. Plus, lunch breaks are pretty normal on the job unless you are Gen Z. More young professionals are actually feeling guilty about it. We'll explain.